Preston and I are back in the garage. He's feeling better this week. And we're ready to show off our new Badlands winch. No, wait. We need to install it first. But Preston, cue the intro. Preston is chomping at the bit to get our Badlands winch on the bumper. We have it unboxed. We have the winch, a whole bunch of cables that Preston, this little guy right here, where's he at? This little guy right here was a champ and cut all the zip ties off. Made life a little bit easier for us. So we're to the point where we're ready to install the winch. But here is the issue we're facing. On the Badlands winch, to bolt it to the bumper, we have these bolts here, and they came with a washer. Now they got a pretty good setup here where you can put the washer into these recesses into the winch, and that'll keep them locked in place so you don't have to hold them while you tighten the bolts. The problem is getting this onto the bumper without these nuts falling out. It's going to be troublesome. So we're going to use the electrical tape that Preston has here to tape them in place. That's a hope, at least.
I mean, I just need what. Fun adjusting. I was just touching them because they turn a little bit in there. I'm not trying to make them wonky.
Preston's taking little wads of paper towel in there to fill the gap. Alright, now I'll put the electrical tape on like this. There we go. So that will keep the nut from falling out, and the paper towel that's in there, that'll eventually just disintegrate over time. It's going to keep it aligned more with the bolt hole. You get it?
I somehow messed it up.
It's okay. Preston and I are on to the next step. But first, he wanted to show you something that he made. What do you got there?
Well,
But what do you think they look like?
spark
Yeah,
plug.
spark plugs. They kind of do look like spark plugs. It's pretty funny. Okay, so now we are going to attach some cables. Now we have a really long black cable that the instructions actually say to install towards the end, but we are not going to be able to reach this bolt here, so we're going to do it now. And then also we need to attach this ground right there. We got our smallest little ratchet in the set. Preston's gonna give it a little twisty turny.
Which
So
way?
pull it downward. There you go. There you go.
These ones are
Keep going.
smaller. That's why it makes that noise.
Oh, they all make that noise. That's the clicking of the teeth on its way back. Alright, that should be good.
Ow. Dad, the cord got.
Heavy time.
There's a part you can add something.
I'm gonna clear the cube.
You guys will do that. You do it, and I'm gonna be able to get it too.
Come on, go, arms.
Dad.
It helps if we put it in free spool, huh?
It's not in free spool.
It is now. Pull. Alright, there
Helping
we
you.
go. We'll lock it back up. Alright, update and where we're at. Preston and I fed the two cables through this cross member. We took our synthetic rope and fed it through the what do you call this again? Fair lead, Preston?
The fairway.
Alright, so now we should be able to set the winch down And if our little tape hack worked, we'll be able to bolt it up. And we haven't heard a bolt fall yet.
I think we're gonna have that much sticking out, but I'm not sure. We might stick it up a little bit.
I have everything positioned for the most part. I'm gonna slowly start feeding through some bolts. So, good news, Preston. All the nuts are still in the winch. So
I think we should keep
our
them.
tape hack worked. Get it. Okay, everything's fingered tight. Lined up.
I mean,
Start
we
torquing
should
it down.
Down.
Yeah, but
Do you know what to torque this to?
I'll just get them a little snug and then we'll go lift that up. Okay, following Preston's instructions, which actually I'm glad I did. These bolts need to be torqued down to only 30 foot-pounds, which isn't a lot. I probably would have over-tightened it had I just kept on going.
That's why I told
Yeah,
you
see?
to look at it.
I'm glad you told me, because oops, we were pretty much there already.
We would have been over-tightening.
Yes, we would have. The winch is officially attached. Ain't going nowhere. And I've had a change of heart. I'm going to pull him back out, and we're going to push him up into the engine bay following the same route as this cable right here, which snakes through over here and then on down. There's a fishing going on. Starting to lasso our camera.
That'd be kind of fun.
It's the nice thing about this is we should be able to just zip tie all these together. Let me know if you see it poking through.
I see it poking through. Like,
No, there should be enough room to put them all through. You see the other one?
yes.
The winch came with the shut-off switch that they want to be inside the engine bay. It has some terminals here on the back. So we're gonna go ahead and install the red one to this. And I got these cool little sliders right here. At first, I didn't realize it was a slider, and it has a back to it. So I was like, do we have to break these out? Like, how's that supposed to work? But they slide out, so don't break them, slide them. Okay, so we'll slide one out.
Is it to feed them through the side?
Yes, exactly.
Are we gonna twist these on? You can hand tighten these.
Yes, you can. Alright.
Actually, we will cut a hole in the slider.
Yeah, we could cut a hole in that if we wanted to.
Color coat on it down.
Powder coat's pretty expensive.
I mean, it's just a paint.
That is tightened down, so we're gonna go in the engine bay. Come take a little journey with us. So this right here, Preston, needs to go to there. So we're gonna pop this guy. We'll switch spots with it because we don't need to use it there.
We
then-
do want some
And then
areas.
that's gonna go there. Can you hand me the lock washer and the nut, please? Lock washer, nut. Get that tightened up. Okay. So that will go in here, like so. So I think I'm gonna feed some of this back down. I'd rather have the slack in the bumper area than inside the engine bay because we're already getting pretty crowded in here. Preston just reminded me we need to put the back cover in that. But Preston's insisting that I put these sliders back in and drill some holes. So let's do that. All of that good stuff. Bolts.
I mean the washers.
Well, after discussing it with Preston, we decided this is correct. So we'll tighten these little bolts on, make it small.
You're just doing everything the right way.
Got a number 4 Allen wrench here.
The cover would have fell off.
Yeah, I'm putting some good old-fashioned cross thread Loctite on this one.
Video.
Alright, what's going on with this guy?
What is it? You have to be careful. What happened? It's under the knee. I think the battery is brand new. It looks that way.
Alright, our nut is off.
Now we
So
can
now we
actually
can
put the
stick
wires
this back
in the
on.
wall.
Alright, now that nut that was a pain to get off, we're going to stick right back on.
What isn't it gonna be a pain to get off? Rather when there's a new
Yeah, it should be.
thing in there.
So this guy goes like this. And we put that nut back on.
Do we have to put the other one in?
The other what?
The wire? Is that what you have?
Yeah, this one here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the new way. So we connected red to the red, the black to the black.
It's like her battery disconnect off.
Yep. It is, thank you. Feed that through that bolt hole that we're not using. Preston had the idea of attaching it to the battery terminal, or to the battery tie down bolt. That sounds like a good idea to me. Alrighty, zippy zip. Give it a little tappy tap and that ain't going nowhere.
That's what happens when you have a small vehicle.
Yeah.
It's already down.
Preston wants to put the hook on our line, so I'm going to do that. So we have one of these. What do you call these things?
A hook.
A hook?
A winch hook.
No, not this. The metal pin I just pulled out.
A what pin?
YouTube, what is it called?
A what pin?
No, it's not a lock pin. I mean, that's not. There is such a thing as a lock pin. It's a, what is this thing called? It's right here.
Pin.
You put it on there and you tie it around so things don't come off. Oh my god.
This.
Just turn over already.
Turn-
Cotter pin. Cotter pin. It's a cotter pin.
That is what I said.
You said it after I said it. It took more effort than it should have, but we finally got the cotter pin attached. The downside of not having any good pliers. So we are now ready to do what, Preston?
the spool of the winch.
Yeah, we're ready to test this. So we have some slack in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch this to on. So, ooh, we got a blue light, it's a good sign. Alright, you wanna hit that side. That's right. Alright, nice.
I mean, that isn't bad. Where's that?
Alright, it works!
Dad, turn it off now.
Oh.
Then we
But hey, good news, it works. Yep, we can turn it off now. So, at this point, what Preston and I should be doing is going outside, unspooling the entire line, hooking it up to like a tree, and then kind of re-spooling it while dragging ourselves to make the line taut as it gets wound up in there. But it is crazy stormy outside, so we're not doing that right now.
look at this, Dad. It looks kind of funny when
It does look fun. Alright. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Until next time, ciao.
this